Now, back when I didn't know myself, there was a time where I thought me and God were separate. I saw God as a separate thing from me. I even saw God as something or somebody that lives in the sky. You know what I mean? But then I was met by my spiritual family, you know, also known as opening my third eye. It's like they were saying, Alula, look, we are in you. It's like we've been in you all along. And I thought, you mean to tell me I've been searching for you in the wrong place? They were like, yeah. And that was when my questions about religion began, and the more I discovered religion, the more I understood what it was, the more I saw there was nothing but control. You know what I mean? I also saw that religion, preaches or teaches you to search whatever it is that you're looking for outside of yourself. Joseph, let me tell you something. You know what I mean? As much as it seems that is a small thing, if your third eye is not open, this could lead you to the ways of not the heaven, guys. Seriously speaking. You know what I mean? If you know that whatever it is that you're seeking outside of yourself already exists within you, you got a perfect view. You know what I'm saying? And congratulations, you have escaped the matrix. Seriously speaking. But chosen, if you're looking whatever it is outside of yourself, like outside in, then you got a different view. You know what I mean? And the truth of the matter is that chosen, whatever it is that you're looking for outside of yourself already exists within you. And God, today is Wednesday, and this is how to change your frequency vid. Yep. Oh, hello, beautiful people of the world. This is Alula, and welcome to Awaken the Ego Within. Chosen, if you haven't subscribed by now, you're missing out. Check me out on Insta at Awaken the Ego. The link is on the channel. Yep. Today is Wednesday, guys, which means today is the day of frequencies. You know what I mean? And today, guys, I want to share something with you. That is a game changer in your life. If you just manage to code this into your subconscious mind, then truly you have found, you know what I'm saying? Or you're living in the ways of the heavens, as we say on this channel. You know what I mean? What is the difference between you looking outside of yourself or looking at I think I told this story like a long time ago. Now, part of the reason why I love coming to this park, it's like I spend a lot of time here, especially like under this tree, on the other side of the park. This is when I was in Dark Night of the Soul. I needed nature. And this is where I began, or this is why I began to make videos under this tree. You know what I mean? Now, I was sitting on the other side of the park. You know what I mean? There was a certain lady, a Chinese lady, an old lady, that used to bring her dog around the park, and she'd do some exercise there. You know what I mean? But the funniest thing about the thing that she did with the dog was that because she wanted the dog to be distracted, so she taught the dog how to hunt for the bird. You know what I mean? And now this dog is like trying to hunt this bird and is running towards the bird just flies and gets away. And he's running there trying to get the bird, it just flies. I'm thinking to myself, look, what a fool. Yeah, it's like this dog is trying to catch something that is impossible. Guys, let me tell you something. When you're trying to search for something that is outside yourself, it's exactly the same way. You know what I mean? This is why religious people is like, even though they've been practicing this thing for how many years, there's still nothing changes. It's like they're searching for whatever it is, like outside of themselves. Some people are even waiting for God to come back and rescue them, while they got the power within. In this new age, in this new awakening, guys, no more. Now this is the time where you must turn the camera towards yourself, and most importantly, know that everything that you're seeking for already exists within you. You know what I mean? Now, looking within is a little bit like beauty. Chosen, if you decide to, if you want to look good, I should say, what if you focus on feeling good most of the time? Then you're going to become beautiful naturally, which is the way it's supposed to be. But then if you looked outside, it's like putting a makeup on yourself just to cover the thing. This is the difference. You know what I'm saying? Now, chosen, how is it that you need to dig this thing out in order for you to really experience, you know what I mean, the emotion that is already within you? Because there's nothing outside of you, you know what I mean? But now you got to focus on your imagination. In fact, this is what makes you the chosen one. This is your uniqueness. This is the God in you. This is everything that you are is wrapped up in your imagination. This is what I mean already exists within you. You know what I mean? The funny thing about imagination is like, once you understand this thing and you know that is how life works, you know what I mean? Life has no choice but to give you, you know what I mean, or to help you live out your imagination. In the past, the funny thing about there's like some arrogant people that were powerful and had all this money. It's like they created their life based on the fantasy of their imagination, even though it was based on exploiting other people. You know what I mean? They had lived through the imagination. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? Your imagination is the real thing. This is the reason why you're here. Your reason why you're here, chosen, is for you to understand that your imagination is the God in you, and now your job is simply to act out your imagination. And the longer you live in your imagination, the more your imagination can come to life and understanding, or you've been creating or designing your life the way you want. You know what I mean? Guys, this will help you bring out the real you, your real identity. And then you shall begin to live your life the way you're supposed to. Also becoming your own, guys. You know what I mean? How is it that, you know what I mean, the feeling already, or it already exists within you? I think I already revealed the second point. I always do that. Guys, is your feeling. You know what I mean? Now let's talk about feeling. And let's talk about drugs. Now the thing about drugs and alcohol, these things have a power to go once you consume it, and they can go and, like, how can I put this? They can go on certain part of your brain and help you release certain dopamine, which will make you feel some kind of way, or which will make you feel like elevated emotion. So what does that say? That says that that feeling is already within you. You know what I mean? That also says that if you know how you can find a way to tap into yourself so that you can feel that way without consuming these things. It's like saying you can get high without smoking weed. Or it's like saying you can get drunk without alcohol. If you know, or if you focus the attention within yourself. And knowing that that thing already exists within you. This is what I mean. You know what I mean? That is why you got to focus on being elevated. Elevated emotion, guys, is the God in you, the real in you, and also it's connected to your imagination. And another thing I want to say on the last point, guys, is to make sure this feeling already exists within you. Yeah. It's a way of saying there's no way of you going out there of searching for love if love doesn't already exist within you. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's a way of saying there's no way of becoming rich if abundance is not your mindset. You know what I mean? Because the feeling is already in you. It's buried within you. If you feel the emotion, if you know that your imagination is the real you, and your emotion, guys, make you feel elevated, and now this is the things that will display in your outside world. As long as you keep staying in that elevated emotion. And most importantly, to know that this thing already exists within you. There's nothing in the universe that exists out that does not exist in already. Another thing, guys, is like what I began to realize is like as humans, guys, we're spiritual beings, which means that we are creating God's image. You know what I mean? Which means we are gods. But then the way I understood that is like not in an arrogant way, but it's like we're gods with a difference. You know what I mean? It's like we are part of the same thing. We are part of the same consciousness and connected to the same grid. Which means that everything that we are looking for already exists within us. But if we don't look for it within and then we look for it outside, then we are wasting our time, guys. Yeah, and this is how to change your frequency video.